Hey guys, this is Brad, otherwise known as Pug Weasel, and I'm going to do another beer review. In the last week or so, I went to Trader Joe's and decided to pick up a couple of bombers from Trader Joe's, and I did one of the reviews already on an American IPA, and now I'm going to do a review on Nero's Apecchio Red Ale. So, I won't lie to you, I picked this bottle because it has this cool cap, like, I can't remember the name of the beer that Rolf's, was it, that had the cap that kind of snapped in there with the washer. I thought the bottle was cool, so it won. In any case, let's try this thing out. Let's see what's going on with it. And see, I like that. I like that. Take this for a pour. See what we get. Well, let's zoom in and I'll show you the bottle in case you're interested. It's got that kind of latch down cap to it. And while I got you in close, I don't know if that's close enough. Let's bring you even in closer so you can take a look at the color of that beer. It's not super clear, but it's not too hazy. And it makes a decent head. I only poured half a glass, but it's got a nice amber color to it, like a red should have. Zoom back out so you don't have to look at my ugly mug. And it's got a slight yeast smell. It's not overpowering. Just to give you the info on it, Beer Advocate scores it at 76, and it is 6.5% alcohol by volume. So, again, I'm just smelling yeast. I'm not smelling any, flavors, any, fruit flavors or even malt, caramel malt type flavors. I won't lie to you, I've had a couple glasses of wine already, and so I may be doing this review under the influence of something else. It's not, it's not super special. It's not like I'm sitting around going, oh my God, this is the best beer I've ever had. It's pretty plain, but drinkable. So, I drink this with food. I think you could go with a wide spectrum from something light like a salad all the way up to a steak if you're not, if you don't want something stronger with the steak. I would argue that this is a great beer for someone who's used to domestics and would like to start trying out the craft beers, because it's not going to overwhelm you, because it's not an overwhelming taste to it. There's a bit of fizz to it, which is surprising considering that there are no bubbles really sitting on the side of the glass. But you can see some bubbles kind of coming up from the bottom, so not completely unsurprising, or not completely surprising, I should say. Slightly caramel malt flavor. No overwhelming or even outstanding enough fruit flavors for me to even discuss. It's got you can taste a slight taste of the hops, not a lot. There are people who, I read some reviews, and some of the reviews on Beer Advocate really didn't like this beer. I would argue that there's nothing that stands out as special, but sometimes you want a beer that's easy to go down. I don't chug beers, but you could take a few gulps of this at a time. It's that kind of light and relatively smooth. So it's a decent beer. It's a decent go-to beer, except that it's in these bombers. And I didn't really look to see if they came in 6-packs, but I will next time I'm at Trader Joe's, because it's not a bad beer. Truthfully, there was a beer that I brought from Wisconsin that I haven't reviewed because I don't like to say bad things about beer, quite frankly. I prefer to try to give people advice on beer based on my own opinion, because I don't think that my opinion is the end-all be-all. But I would put this in the category with that beer that I didn't bother to review because I didn't have anything to say about it. This really is the score on Beer Advocate is right. It's an average beer. It's not a horrible beer. It's not a bad beer. It's a little lacking in flavor, but not, it's not bad tasting. It's not as bland as a domestic, but for my taste, at the point that I'm at, where I sat around last night drinking IPAs and a New Belgian triple, which I'm going to review one of these days because it was really good. This is not a horrible beer. It's not an awesome beer. It's not horrible. I don't give ratings, and but I drink it. I'm going to drink the rest of it. I wouldn't throw it away. Decent beer. Hey, this is Pug Weasel. You guys have a good evening.